Previously on the channel I did make a video talking about how Monolith Soft were looking for 2D and 3D designers for their Kyoto studio, which is not responsible for the Xenoblade series. This studio does help out on other first party Nintendo games. I do believe mostly in terms of art, I could be wrong about that, but pretty much on their website they have listed that they have helped out on the development of Tears of the Kingdom, Splatoon 3 and Animal Crossing New Horizons. And pretty much in the video I did make at the time, I did say that maybe this could be our first sign that Nintendo are starting to work on Splatoon 4, but since then we did get the Splatoon Raiders reveal. And yeah, pretty much I didn't really make a follow-up video, but I did think that maybe this could be related to Splatoon Raiders instead. But since then we did get news that pretty much all of these graduates are starting to join Nintendo projects or project. There is a little bit of a confusion there in terms of whether it's just one game project or multiple game projects, but they are starting to join Nintendo projects or projects this month in July. This has got me thinking a little bit, because surely at this point Splatoon Raiders is close to finishing in terms of its development. We don't know when it will be coming out. I know some people think it will be coming out in 2025 because it did get rated in Mexico, and Go Nintendo did post a wrong sort of rumor saying that it did get listed on the ESRB ratings board and the PEGI board. That was false. Just a quick 2-minute search on Google and on their websites, and you can pretty much find out that they haven't been listed on the ESRB and the PEGI ratings board. But yeah, a lot of people thinking that maybe it will be coming out in 2025. I feel like if it was coming out in 2025, it would have got a 2025 date at the end of the trailer. But even if it's coming out in 2026, then you would imagine that Splatoon Raiders is finishing up in development. So will these graduates join in that project? A lot of people assume as well, based on what we have found, that maybe Splatoon Raiders has been in development throughout the life cycle of Splatoon 3, and Splatoon 3 did come out in 2022. A lot of people assume that Splatoon Raiders is really close to coming out and it's really close to finishing in development. But we don't really know too much about Splatoon Raiders, so maybe they are joining that game. Maybe the game is really early in development for those graduates to join that project, but a lot of people, like I said, are assuming that Splatoon Raiders is close to coming out. So will those graduates actually join Splatoon Raiders development, or will they help out on other games like Splatoon 4, for example? Maybe Nintendo could be developing Splatoon 4 alongside Splatoon Raiders, or maybe Splatoon Raiders has finished up development and they are moving on to developing Splatoon 4 so that it does come out quite close to the release of Splatoon Raiders, maybe in like 2027, 2028, and maybe they are starting to work on Splatoon 4 right now, or maybe whenever Splatoon Raiders does come out. Or maybe these graduates are helping to work on a new Animal Crossing game. There was a rumour coming in from Beat 'em Ups that a Nintendo Direct would happen in July and we would get a new Animal Crossing game teased at the end of it. I'm not sure when this video will be posted, but I don't feel like we will get a July Nintendo Direct. I am recording this, what is the date today? I think it is the 10th of July. I don't feel like we will get a Nintendo Direct in July. So that does sort of call into question whether a Animal Crossing game is actually close to coming out or not. But maybe it is just starting out in development right now and these graduates are going to join the Animal Crossing project. Maybe that is what is going to happen, but yeah, I just thought it was a little bit interesting how these graduates are joining game projects in July, and it's kind of got me thinking about Splatoon Raiders, because if they are joining Splatoon Raiders right now, and if they are art based, then yeah, maybe Splatoon Raiders will not be coming out as soon as what people think it will be. But one thing that we need to talk about as well is that the Spiral leak that we did get in early 2024, that is definitely Splatoon Raiders. So we know at least from early 2024, maybe even before then, that is when Splatoon Raiders did start development. So that is why a lot of people are assuming that Splatoon Raiders is close to finishing up in development. So surely these developers will be joining maybe Splatoon 4 or maybe a new Animal Crossing game. But like I said before, maybe we will have to wait a little bit longer for Splatoon Raiders, but I do feel like in September we will get a Nintendo Direct, and I feel like Splatoon Raiders will show up with a general 2026 date. What do you feel like these developers are working on? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Apologies for the ramble fest. I just found it really interesting to talk about, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say in the comment section below.